blessed. I don't want to be blessed. I want to be blessed to be a blessing. You see, I want to live my life in the overflow. I want to have more than enough. Check this out. Well, it's time for me to start to elevate. Been down too long, time to graduate. Mount up my wings like an eagle, you see. Turn all my dreams to reality. Ain't nothing on this earth gonna hold me back from my heart desires. He promised that if I have faith, if I believe, faith the size of a mustard seed. I want to be blessed, to be a blessing. Prosperous life, no more stressing. That won't know me from the moon to the sun. He'll keep blessing me in that recession. I got to do something with this life he give. His plan for me, that's what I wanna live. As long as I got God on my side, the hater just gonna have to let me fly. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Oh yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? See, we got to speak that thing into existence. Because it's gonna happen. You gotta believe it in your heart, and in your mind, and in your soul. So you gotta repeat this after me. See what you say, so you can say what you heard. I wanna be living. I gotta be living.
Hey.
And I'm gonna live. Come on, you repeat after me. Come on, say it. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. I wanna be living. I got to be living.
Hey, let's go. I want to be living in the overflow. I want to be blessed when I come, blessed when I go. Don't you want to live in the overflow? Living.
I want heaven in the overflow.
Right here on earth. What's up, y'all? Enough of that, y'all. That was overflow. That was overflow by yours truly, baby. R to the L to the STAFFORD. What's going on out there, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch land? And welcome back to Overflow Everyday Conversation. This is where we chop it up at, baby. We talk about everyday stuff that everybody be talking about, baby. But we don't just talk about it. We talk about it how we talk about it. What's up, Charlie? Welcome back, man. It's good to be back in front of the camera, man. Chopping it up with my folks, man. Took a little time off, man. Holidays and been doing a little moving. As y'all can see, man, I'm in the new crib, man. I got the fan going around, man. It's kind of hot out there, man. It's really hot out there. I hope y'all taking it easy out there, man. How y'all doing today? Happy Tuesday, Moretta Johnson, my super duper dope manager, man. How you doing out there? How you doing? How y'all doing, man? Y'all talk to me. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing today, man? I kind of miss y'all, man. I really do. I miss y'all. I miss y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't wait to get back. Y'all know I like to talk, man. I got a lot of stuff going on too, man. I've been trying to get the house together, man. And doing a lot of painting. I had my mom and sisters been over, been decorating. Y'all can see, y'all know I don't do stuff like that, man. Flowers and vases. Y'all know I don't do stuff like that. But how y'all doing, man? Y'all holler at me, man. I tell you about what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? I miss y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been going about 2 months now. Maybe almost about 2 months, man. I ain't did this thing about 2 months. Like I said, I've been doing a lot, been moving, been doing performances and stuff like that. And I had to get away for a second, man. But it's good to be back to Overflow Everyday Conversation. What's on y'all mind? What's going on out there? We got a couple things we're going to chop up today, man. We're going to chop up today. First, we're going to talk about the Army veteran, man, who killed 4 people, man. Killed 4 people till they finally shot and killed him, man. Army veteran with mental health issues. You know, his mom cried out for help, but they didn't get him the help. They told him he had to they told him in order for them to help him, he had to be hurting himself or hurting other people. And unfortunately, he hurt other people. He killed 4 people, man. But what is the story what is the story behind the story, the unfortunate murders that he committed, man? What is going on out there? What else are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about that girl, Keke Palmer, man. You know, I made a couple of comments about Keke on my Facebook page. You know, and ladies be going in, man. Ladies be standing behind it. You know what I'm saying? I wonder why the women stand behind foolery like that. You know what I'm saying? I wonder why women stand behind foolery like that. Every time a woman, you know, does something like that, and you got women who know better. They probably should know better, man. But they stand behind this stuff, man. And Keke and her old man, they going through it, man. You know, when the smoke settles, man, they just her and her man, her and her dude got to deal with it, man. But we're going to chop that up too, man. What else we going to talk about, man? Have y'all heard about the AI, the artificial intelligence that they rolling out, man? Oh, man, this stuff is serious, man. They ain't going to, y'all remember when everybody scared the computer was going to take like working people jobs, like manual jobs and stuff like that. That didn't quite happen. It happens kind of a little bit. You know, they got these automatic cash register. You can go put your order in. I guess they may eliminate a few jobs, but when it comes down to like manual labor, you cannot replace manual labor, man. Some people got to get out here and grind. A computer just can't get out here and cut grass and stuff like that the way you want it cut. Sometimes you got to have some people to do it. You know what I'm saying? Carry some boxes and tote boxes to the cars and all that. You know what I'm saying? Deliver boxes. Computers can't do all that. But the jobs computers are taking are writers' jobs. And, you know, just writing theses. These things are just imagine you got a computer that knows every damn thing. You can't beat that, man. You can't outdo something that knows more than you. It knows everything, every book that has been written, every definition that's in the dictionary. It knows everything. I mean, it's amazing. We're gonna chop that up too, man. But how y'all doing, man? How y'all doing, man? Just glad to be back, man. I got my motor mouth running. You know what I'm saying? Y'all holler at your boy, man. Say what's up or something. You know what I'm saying? Say what's up to your boy. What's up? But you know, let's jump into something, man. Let's talk about this story. The first thing we're gonna chop up is about this guy, man. It's a sad story on all levels, and just a sad story on all levels. Mental health is serious, but you can imagine the army people, the servicemen and women going through mental health issues because they've been traumatized by what they have seen and stuff like that. And when these people come home, man, there's literally no help for them. They just put people back on the street with regular civilians and think they're just gonna function like regular people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that don't help. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times that's not the case. And in this guy's case, man, he his mom said she apologized for what he did, but she said she tried to get him some help. She tried to get him some help, and they told her that he would either have to hurt himself, or unfortunately, what he really did anyways hurt other people. And that's the story, man. Let's get into it. Let me get this video. Let me play this video. Y'all know the video guy. Y'all know how to play video. Anyway, let's play a little bit of this video.
Tonight, so much confusion and so many questions still linger about why this happened in the first place. But now at 5, we're piecing together new details about the suspect's past.
Atlanta News first reporter Patrick Quinn, he's live where those first shots were fired. And Patrick, you've learned the accused shooter, he was a decorated Army veteran.
That's right. An official with the U.S. Army said Andre Longmore, he served in the Army for 6 years from 2000 to 2006. And yes, he was a decorated veteran. They sent me a long list of accolades, at least 7 different medals that he earned while he was in Afghanistan. We were able to talk with Longmore's mom today, and she said when he got back, things started to change. And she said she blames the military for turning her son into, quote, a monster.
As soon as I opened up my window, I seen his arms in the air. I said, okay, I'm just missed the shot.
Did y'all hear that? She blamed the military for turning her son into a monster. And I'm so glad that my son got out of the military. I'm glad he got out. I don't have anything against the military. It's good. Most people, let's just be honest, most people go in the military to accumulate benefits. Let's just be honest about that now. You know, that's why most people go into the military now. Most people don't go into the military because they want to go fight in a war. You know what I'm saying? Those cases are very, 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 very rare. But most folks go to, you know, get benefits like work government jobs. They first in line for government jobs and they get a lot of benefits, and that's a good thing. But what happened when you have to go to war? You have to actually go into combat, and then you have to come back home and to a regular life, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's just sad that, you know.
When he came back down, he focused again.
Frankie Worth was there Saturday when police say 40-year-old Andre Longmore started shooting at neighbors outside his home in the Dogwood Lake subdivision of Hampton.
I'm just beside myself right now. I just don't know what to think.
Neighbors in shock. Scott Levin and his wife Shirley, along with Steve Blizzard and Ronald Jeffers, all in their 60s, were killed. A day later, police tracked Longmore roughly 10 miles north to Clayton County.
He had a gun. He was naked. He was bleeding.
Justin Robinson called 911. When police got there, they cornered Longmore inside a Jonesboro home.
Police go in. They open the back door. As soon as they open the back door, they don't even look. They don't even assess anything. As soon as they open the back door, this guy just starts shooting. Shoots on the cops. The police start shooting, and now he's laying in there dead on the carpet.
Officials tell me Longmore served in the U.S. Army from 2000 to 2006. His mom did not want to talk on camera, but said when his service ended, he eventually snapped, later diagnosed with PTSD and schizophrenia. I reached out to the VA hospital in Atlanta. Due to privacy concerns, they could not confirm if Longmore was ever a patient there, but told me, quote, "We are deeply saddened by this tragedy, and our thoughts are with those affected by this devastating loss. We are unable to share additional details at this time. The Atlanta VA HCS will continue to support local authorities as the investigation continues." And you have to remember that this mass shooting, it impacted not just Henry County, but of course, Clayton County as well, where the shooting ended yesterday. Now, we did reach out to his mom again this morning. She did not want to talk on camera, but she said she is so sorry to her neighbors for the pain that her son provided. Here in Hampton, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.
Yeah, and Patrick, this story just keeps developing further. Now,
That's a tragic story, man. The man was a decorated. Now, can y'all imagine if he was a white? Now, this don't make it better. I'm not making light of what he did, but he killed 4 white people. And the news, they never focus on his mental health issues. Even one sheriff even say we're gonna get this monster. I mean, y'all created that monster. Y'all created that monster. Let me bring somebody in here. Got Jenny got that long hair over there. What's up, Jenny?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. But anyway, y'all, they took his life. He ended up in a shootout with cops, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And they took his life, man. I think that was his ultimate fate anyway, because of who he killed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they were intending on bringing him in anyway. You know, so he's dead now, and this come like a couple of weeks after another veteran did the same thing in Atlanta at the hospital, where he went in and shot a couple of people. And I don't know, did they end his life? And did they kill? I think they killed them too. You know, so this is like two veterans with mental illness, shot and killed. You know, and I think, like, if this was reversed, if that was a white guy killed 4 black people, he would be kind of like not held as a hero on Fox News, but they would focus more on mental health issues than just calling him an animal. You know what I'm saying? What he did was, you know, inexcusable. But what mindset was he in? What was he in his right mind? You know what I'm saying? The man was a decorated veteran. So he cared. So I'm pretty sure he cared about people. But once you go through all that military stuff, man, especially when you're in active combat and stuff like that, you see a lot of stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that they don't show on TV. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on that, Jenny?
Well, I agree with you. I think if he had been a white man and having killed people, whether they were black or white, I think that there would have been more mercy shown towards him in his character, of the picture that would be painted of him in the public eye. It would be centered around he had issues, much like this guy, but it would be his persona would be wrapped up in that, where people would feel sorry for him. And I think for this man to be black, or was black, and killed people that were white, I think that just made it really bad, in a sense of how the picture of him was painted. It's obvious he definitely has some mental issues. People who have served in the military, they go through a lot. I know people who served in the military, and
those who go through combat, those who get in that action. A lot of people go in the military, they don't get in no action. You know what I'm saying? But obviously he did. You know,
right. And I know a couple of people who actually served and was in combat, and it is hard. And so coming from that, there is the PTSD that they go through. That is real. It's trauma, and they may have, like what he had, all the accolades and the decorations and stuff, but still the experience of that is something that nobody knows but them.
Yeah, and this country always bragging about how they love their military people, but when the people get home, man, they do absolutely little to nothing for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people can't even get into the VA hospital to get regular checkups and stuff like that. So I know, the Republicans love to brag on we love our servicemen, but you know what I'm saying, like this lady said his mom said she cried out for help, and so did the other guy who shot people in the Atlanta hospital. They both say they tried to get him help, and it was hard to get help for their loved ones. And unfortunately, they got to a point to where they want to hurt other people. And, you know, maybe they thinking they on the field, in the field of theater, in combat. You know what I'm saying? But for one sheriff, like, and this was a black sheriff too. Oh, telling me when we find him, we're going to get him. He's a monster. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, really? You know what I'm saying? That ain't how you talk anyway. You know what I'm saying? So the government created him, and the government killed him, and in the end, the government took him out.
Right.
Which I think, is a sad thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm wondering what are they going to do going forward with these guys who've been in the military and they come home, they can't find jobs. You know what I'm saying? They can't find jobs. They can't get medicine they need to keep it kind of under control. And people have to really people have to go through so much to get their loved one help, man, who've been through this stuff. And it's just tough on her for her to have to apologize for him. It's kind of tough on her too. So do y'all know anybody in the military? Do y'all have anybody with the issue? What can be done about that? I've never been in the military. I've never been in the military. I almost like went in the military. I'm kind of glad I didn't. But I'm thankful for the guys, for the men and women who do serve, because it's not an easy thing to, especially when there's a war going on. When there's a war going on, it's tough on those guys, man. They're in a place that they've never been. They don't know the terrain. They don't know the people mindset. They, you know what I'm saying? You just don't know what's around a corner. And they see carnage. They see heads blown off. They see limbs broken, torn apart from those bombs and stuff like that. And then you have to come home. Then after that, you have to come home, and they just put you back in a regular civilian place. They just put you back in civilian, into amongst civilians, like you just supposed to adapt right away. They should have some kind of thing to where they when they get home, they go through a certain process before they get back into society amongst like regular people who don't understand what they've been through. You know what I'm saying? And you popping off at the mouth to a guy who just seen some limb torn off. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know how he gonna react. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to know what set him off. It was something set him off. You know what I'm saying? I know we celebrate Veterans Day, and we celebrate a lot of day, Independence Day, and these people come home, man, and they've been literally treated like trash. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get the help he needed until he harmed himself or someone else. And I think that's very sad, man. How you doing, Katina Shelton? Yeah, it's sad, Katina. It's sad that these guys are not able to get the help they need. And this has been like the second incident. This has been like the second incident, and in a couple of weeks. And something has to be done about it. And politicians have really, the politicians suck on both sides anyway. They ain't gonna never get nothing done anyway. Politicians. I mean, both sides. We got Joe and probably Trump we're gonna probably get a rematch of the last election. Two old white guys who ain't got no business serving in the White House. And Joe, I'd rather have Joe. Trump definitely don't need to be in nobody's White House, but people lining up to support him. People lining up to support a guy who lied just to stay out of the service. So he don't have no respect for people in the military anyway. He lied because he didn't want to go in the service. At least Joe know from his son what it's like to be in the military. Neither of Trump's son or daughter been in the military. So this country is really kind of like fake when it comes to their servicemen. They say they love their servicemen and women, but they really don't. They're not taking care of these people like they should take care of them. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it. What do y'all say about it? What y'all think about this situation, man? It's a sad situation. Like I say, black or white. You should never take a person's life, but the guy had serious mental health issues, and we got a lot of regular people walking around with mental health issues, man, that haven't even been in the military, and they just amongst us, and people look at them, people know something going on with them, and nothing's been done to these people. Nobody's picking them up and taking them to a place and, you know, just talking to them and seeing what's in their head, what's going on in your mind. You know, I know it's a slippery slope just to say just go pick some people up and just take them somewhere, but to keep them from hurting other people. To keep them from hurting other people, something has to be done, man. But like I say, when these guys come from the military, they should have to go to something like a halfway house or something like that. You know, like guys get out of jail before they come back. When guys get out of jail, they go to a halfway house. You know what I'm saying? They go to a halfway house before they fully is back into regular society. They need a program, something like that for guys, at-risk guys who they know that, you know, having issues. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on it. The VA hospital has never been helpful to the veterans, and that's extremely, it's extremely sad. The VA hospital has never been, it's always had a bad rap when it comes to veterans. Under every president, no president has solved this. No president has fixed the issue at the VA hospital to get people the help they need. You know what I'm saying? And to see how these veterans are being treated, it's shameful. And all these politicians talking about how they love America and we salute our soldiers. Man, y'all don't salute nothing. You know what I'm saying? Politics has gotten so bad. American politics has gotten so bad, it's ridiculous. It used to be a time you could just vote for a guy, go on about your business. Y'all do what y'all gonna do. And now it's like 24 hours, man. It's always something, man. You know, you got the president's son. He snorted cocaine and all that. You got Donald Trump. He got 10 indictments. I mean, how the hell you gonna vote for a guy who's under indictment 3-4 times? It's just a stupid people. This turned into a stupid country, man. In this country, to me, it looked like this country about to fall apart because the people ain't smart. The voters aren't smart. We just vote people in because they got a D or R by their name. And we ain't putting no smart people in place. This country is a stupid country. And the voters are getting dumber and dumber and dumber. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm getting dumber too because I'm a voter too. So I wish somebody else would run for the Democrats other than Joe, somebody younger, smart, more vibrant, somebody more inspiring. That's where a president should be inspiring. That's your only job because you don't make policy. Your job is to be inspiring. But look, we're going to move on off this, man. We're gonna get it onto another subject, man. We're going to talk about that girl, Keke Palmer, man, showed up at the Usher concert with y'all remember Prince had the butt cut out jeans and all that. She showed up at the concert with a butt all out. And what they say, she got a whole man at home. She got a whole man, a whole boyfriend at home, whole baby dad at home. And he tweeted out about it, his take on it, his displeasure for it. And the black women went crazy. How y'all, what's wrong? What? Black women, why are y'all supporting this? Why are black women who are desiring to get in relationships going out like that? You know what I'm saying? If you want to be single, be single. You want to be an independent woman, stay independent. But once you get into a relationship, that changes all that. You have to have respect for your mate. You know better than going out like that. You know what I'm saying? But let me play this video of Keke. Obviously, Keke, man, Keke going wild. She's always been an actress that nobody really never looked at in that light. Keke Palmer always been like that. Keke Palmer always reminded me of Nia Long. She's always been a great actress. She's never been in a whole lot of controversy, except for a couple of months ago, the husband cheated on her. But that was on her husband. That they ain't had nothing to do with her. Keke Palmer was that girl. She was that sweet. She was that young girl. She's Akilah in the Bee. She's still Akilah in the Bee to me. People have never looked at Keke Palmer as a sex symbol. But obviously Keke wanted to be seen as somebody who was hot. Somebody had a hot body. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this. Women, men like to watch that. Men like to watch that, but we don't want to wife that. That's just me being honest. Men like watching fine women with looking raunchy and all that. We'll watch it all day. But I don't want my girl wearing that. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. She continued saying how he went about it, in my opinion, was wrong. However, he stated that point. Well, obviously, he wanted the world to know his displeasure for it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they might have had an argument before she left the house, and she went anyway. She did it in public, and he talked about it in public. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with him talking about it in public? If she showed her butt in public, why can't he do that in public? You know what I'm saying? But obviously, Keke, and let me play this Keke in her own words. Let me play this Keke in her own words. Let me play this video of Keke. You know, she want to be that girl. She want to be that. She want to be that Sierra. And I don't understand people that heard Sierra. They got whole husband and men's at home, but they promote independent women type stuff. They don't want to. They want to be in a relationship, but they still want to be independent women. You can't have it both ways. Women, y'all be trying to have it both ways, man. Y'all can't have it both ways. But let's check this out right here. Let me play this right here.
Keke Palmer performed at Broccoli Fest, and a lot of people feel like Keke is out here embarrassing herself. You guys know not too long ago, Keke Palmer's baby father, Darius, tweeted and said, "It's the outfit though, you a mom." She was getting serenaded by Usher, and obviously he did not like her outfit. Anyways, Keke Palmer had a performance at Broccoli Fest, and a lot of people are calling her corny and embarrassing for her performance.
Booties matter. My son gave me some ass. I'm my own boss, and I got my own cat. I don't need a nigga. Only thing I need some bags.
Not only that, Keke started performing T-Pain's song.
Did y'all hear what she just said? She basically said she got her own money. She don't need a nigga. She said this. I gotta say, I gotta rewind it so y'all can hear that again. And this is what women are. This is what they are doing out here.
Not only that,
I don't need a nigga. All I need is a bag. And this is this. I almost said shit, but I say it anyway. But this is the stuff that women and a lot of young women look up to Keke. And Keke went lost her cotton picking mind. Let me play it again, man. Because see, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't get this. I got some folks trying to come in. I got my boy Stanford, Jenny back. Stanford, what's up, my brother?
Hey, how you doing?
But yeah, we just chopping up at Keke right now. But let me play this video. Let me play this part again. Listen to what she said. Now she got a whole man at home. Listen to what she said.
I'm my own boss, and I got my own cat. I don't need a nigga. Only thing I need some bags.
Not only that, Keke.
Look, I'm gonna play it one more time. I'm gonna let it roll, y'all. I promise y'all. But that part right there, is
Booties matter. My son gave me some ass. I'm my own boss and I got my own cat. I don't need a nigga. Only thing I need some bags.
Not only that, Keke started performing T-Pain's song "I'm Sprung."
You got me doing the dishes. Anything you want but some kisses. If I'm when you get hungry.
Someone responded to the first song that Keke was performing and said, "This song was out before she got pregnant. Calm down, y'all. LOL." Someone else said, "Yeah, it's a no for me with this mentality. Black women will forever be single and undesirable." Someone else said, "Seem like Hollywood is using her to push the single black mama that don't need a man agenda." Shaking my effing head. Another user chimed in and said, "She extra corny. She done turned into a super lame in like a week and a half. Girl, go home to your family. Stop promoting stuff you truly don't believe in." And the last person said he spoke his truth and it set him free. This is the real her. Now, how do you guys feel about this situation? Let me know down in the comment section below. Some people in the comment section said that they feel like Darius and Keke is just using this as a money grab and that they are still together. Well, like I said, you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions on this down in the comment section below.
Yeah, so wow. Let me stop the screen. So yeah, man, Keke gone wild. Keke gone wild. You know what I'm saying? Keke gone wild. She said she don't and it just ain't Keke to me. I think this is a lot of women doing this. Like they got a man, but they still want to live that single woman life. They still want to let it hang all out. You know what I'm saying? But then they complain, "Oh, y'all men this, y'all men that, y'all don't want no real woman." But then when a man get with you, you want to still turn up. You want to still show your independence. You still want to be independent. You want a man, but you still want to do what you want to do. And they just don't roll like that. You know what I'm saying? Make up your mind. You want to be independent, stay independent. We can just kick it. We can just hit. You know what I'm saying? When you want to hit. You know what I mean? Yeah, what you got going on over there?
Sorry, y'all. That's me.
Yeah, get it together over there.
Everybody's entitled to a bad day, and I'm having one with this computer.
Oh, okay. Go out and come in again, baby.
Okay.
What's going on, Stanford?
Things going okay. How congratulations on the new house.
Hey, appreciate it, my brother.
And keep miss you for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, man, I miss coming on here too, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to make it a point that I get back on, for everybody to forget about Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. I don't think they're gonna forget about you though.
Well, what's your thoughts on it? First, I know you missed the part we talked about the military guy who killed 4 people, mentally ill veterans and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you want to talk about? I know you're ex-military guy. You're not in the military anymore.
No, I'm retired now. So
yeah. So we talked about the guy in the military. He killed 4 people up here. Mm-hmm. They killed him. They called him a monster, but they created that monster. His mom tried to get him help. They say he had to either hurt himself or hurt somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Not kill nobody, but hurt somebody. But unfortunately, he killed 4 people. And no one is focusing in on the mental health issue. I guess because he killed 4 white people. He was on a long time. I can't even show you. So, what's your thoughts on that, man? I've never been in the military. I don't know what y'all go through over there,
there are different things, out there. I've seen some things in my time in the military and done some things, and that can affect you, for a very long time. I don't know, what resources were sent to him, whether or not. Usually, to be honest with you, if you need some type of help mentally, the VA does have a lot of different programs for a person to go to when it does come to that. Whether or not he took advantage of that, I don't know. So, but it can be stressful. That PTSD thing is real. It's a real thing.
So what kind of program they have? Do they have like? I think they should have some like
for instance, if you're besides just medical stuff, I mean, they're the best doctors in the world, but besides medical stuff, whatever, you basically go to the doctor for free, for one. Mental health, they have counselors and psychologists that work there for the VA too. Even if you have thoughts of suicide, they advise you to go ahead and call someone right away, and that number is 24/7. So I don't know everything and to what level of his problems were. I don't know how much what steps he took to take advantage of these issues. Now, if he couldn't get help through the VA, maybe he should have, or maybe he could have went outside of the VA, and they will assist with that also.
Okay. But let me ask you something though. Don't you think it should be some kind? You know how the government, they come in like with the kids, they come in, they assess your house and they see if these kids are fit to live in this house, right? And then against your will, they'll take your children, right?
Yeah.
And I guess get them the help they need. Shouldn't it be a system like that where they can just, if the mom say he's having issues, I need help with him, shouldn't it be a system where they can come evaluate him and say, look, you're coming with us. You're coming with us, whether you like it or not, you're coming with us.
The difference is that you can't compare children and grown-ups. Children don't have the power sometimes or the mental capacity or intelligence to know that they need that type of help. A lot of fear is involved in certain cases. A grown man, you would assume would have the cognitiveness to know that he needs help. You understand?
Yeah, but I get that, and I agree with you on that. But unfortunately, if he has a mental health issue, he gonna say I'm okay. But people see he's moving different, he's acting different, he's snapping. You know what I'm saying? So it should be somebody say we know you're grown, but our job is to protect the public.
That's true
from you.
But the
you know what I'm saying?
You're right, but the VA's job is not human resources. The Department of Social Services. They don't make house calls. They don't go to people's houses. They don't check in like that per se to make sure someone is, doing things that make them outstanding citizens of society. That's not their job. The job is to help the veteran and in some cases their family, get over any type of transgressions or obstacles they might have in their life going on inside in their life. They won't know about it.
Let me ask you a question. Does the person have to apply for that kind of help?
Yes.
Okay. The reason why I asked.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. The reason why I asked is because I know someone who he's 75 and he served in Vietnam, and he tried to work maybe 2 or 3 jobs, and it just didn't work for him. He struggled, and so he had gone to try to get another job. I guess after the 2 or 3 jobs didn't work for him, he was just having a lot of issues. And so this lady, I guess in the social services was working, she was trying to help him, and she told him, hey, you need some help. And he kept telling her, no, I don't need help. This is a story he shared with me. He said, I don't need help. And she kept saying, yes, you do. And so finally, long story short, after constantly like pushing for him to get the help, because he was denied about 4 or 5 times, like it was going from like 50% to 60% to 70%. And she just kept pushing for him, and he went on ahead and got 100%. And what happened after that was he, of course, got the money coming in. He got into some things like golf, just different things to help him get his life back together. And the reason I'm sharing the story is because when I met him, I was like, you are such a peaceful person. Because when he shared with me he was in the Vietnam War, I was like, I cannot tell, because you're so peaceful. Like you come off as if you've never had any issues in your life. And he said that saved him. And he said that when he initially was thinking he didn't need help and was trying to turn it down, he said that sometimes when he would go to restaurants, he would always sit in a corner. Like if he went to a restaurant, he had to sit in a corner where he had to be able to see everything, or he wouldn't go in and sit and eat. He said sometimes he would be at home, he could hear a helicopter in the air, and it would trigger him. It was just amazing to hear him talk about the reality that he came to of how the trauma of those experiences, like, just appreciating having dry socks. He was saying sometimes we would have to put wet socks on and shoes. And he was really graphic with it. So I'm sharing that to say is that this man got the help that he needed, and he's 75. You wouldn't think that he had been through those things by the way he talks, with the way he is. I mean, I've known him for several years, and he's just a testimony of the help that, veterans should get when they've been through that kind of trauma. Like, he was actually in it. And he said that there was something about just the sound of a flushing toilet that because a lot of times with the way that they had to use the restroom wasn't normal. It was like something with a hole. They had to go in that, then they had to burn it to get rid of the waste. I mean, he had stories, and I was just amazed. He said that one of the guys' wife sent a recording, because keep in mind he's 75 now. He said his wife sent a recording of a toilet flushing just for them to listen to, and they would just gather around and listen to that. He was like, people don't understand the simplicity of being able to flush a toilet, running water, and that was like music to their ears. So people who go through that kind of trauma with serving the country, they need a lot of help. I mean, that stuff is real. And I didn't understand the depth of that until this man shared his story with me. It was amazing to me that the way that works, and how getting that kind of help can actually save a person from being, I guess, mentally ill, just because of what they've been through.
Hold on. We're going to get back to Keke, y'all. We're going to get back on Keke, y'all. But I had to let my boy Stanford get in about him being a serviceman, ex-serviceman himself, serving in the military. Thank you for the service, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, and we say thank you, and we say thank you for your service to our servicemen. But do the government really care? Do they really do all they can?
There are some that really do. There are. I don't know if all of them really care, but I do know. Plus, some of them were actually in the service themselves. So, but yeah, there's Jenny, you're absolutely right that there are stories. I had an uncle that was in Vietnam also, and he didn't talk about it at all. Period. So, and there were certain things that I didn't know that he was in Vietnam until I actually went to the service myself. He told me. He said, he said, so you going to the and Tom's going to the army. I was like, yeah. He said, I was in the army too. I said, no, you weren't. He said, yes, I was. Then he showed me his uniform, everything. And then he did 20-something years. He was special forces, everything. And I used to wonder why he looked so beat up though. But he didn't talk about stuff. He gave me some advice on some things. And it turned everything he said was 100% correct, accurate. But there are people out there who had those issues. They have to go out there and get the help that they need. The services are there. Yeah. How good those services are, because I have not personally used those services. I've had my 1 or 2 issues myself. Mine was more, and I was always been encouraged because I know that feeling. People, my friend, man, you fucked up. You need to go get this, In other words, because I was like, even to this day, I have this big California king bed in my bedroom, right? And I sleep in this one little corner, like I'm still in my rack or something like that, or stuff. Yeah, I can't. I don't spread out. I just can't do it. I don't know what that is. And I used to have these dreams of men faces and stuff, and of people that I've seen and over there and stuff. So, but all that's gone. So that's the end of that. I don't have not people who have that kind of mind, but you have a strong mind. You see a lot of different things, man. So if you don't have that kind of mind, it'll get you. It will get you.
Well, man, we're glad you here with us in your right mind, man. And thank you. Thank you for your service, man. You know what I'm saying? I want you to get in on this conversation for a second before we hop right back on Keke. And I'm gonna play this Keke video again, y'all. We're gonna get back on this. Y'all independent women.
There's so many red flags with that stuff. But go ahead.
Let me play this video once again.
Keke Palmer performed at Broccoli Fest, and a lot of people feel like Keke is out here embarrassing herself. You guys know not too long ago, Keke Palmer's baby father, Darius, tweeted and said, "It's the outfit though, you a mom." Because she was getting serenaded by Usher, and obviously he did not like her outfit. Anyways, Keke Palmer had a performance at Broccoli Fest, and a lot of people are calling her corny and embarrassing for her performance.
Little booties matter. My son gave me some ass. I'm my own boss and I got my own cash. I don't need a nigga. Only thing I need some bags.
Not only that, Keke started performing T-Pain's song "I'm Sprung."
You got me doing the dishes. Anything you want but some kisses. If I'm when you get hungry.
So we're gonna stop the video right now because I think the part that stands out the most is the part where she say, you know, I got my own, need no nigga, I got my own cash. You know what I'm saying? But you just laid up with a nigga and had a baby with it. You know what I'm saying? You got your own, I ain't gonna see graphic.
I already knew you.
but anyway, man, but this is what's going on with particularly black women. You know what I'm saying? Particularly black women. They want to be in relationships, but they don't want what goes with the relationship, like particularly the respect part of the relationship. Like you shouldn't step out no house like that when you got a whole man or a husband or something like what Sierra did to Russell. She forced him to have to go through that, the embarrassment of that. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people say, well, he didn't say nothing about it. Yeah, but he knows, but he loves her. He loves her, and he was willing to go through that pain of men just looking at his wife like meat. You know what I'm saying? Like a piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? Well, let them deal with it. But he, you know what I'm saying? But as a man, especially if that's your wife, you don't want your wife in the public like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know I wouldn't. No. I know I wouldn't want that to happen. I think, you know, the second one, the thing, I didn't even see all of that, you know, when she on stage, make that little rap she did, whatever. You know, that's like fodder. That's for people to talk about, I guess. You know, she's living in the moment at the moment and everything. And it's very unnecessary. I think it's petty, personally. I think it's really petty. And I think that whether she's taking a shot at him or not, she could say she was, she could say that she wasn't. But people going to think, and depending on this, a certain type of woman's going to think that what she did was something that was, you know, it levels her up, but it really just takes her down.
Yeah, it did.
In the long run, it does.
Yeah.
You know, it really does take her down quite a bit. I think it's very petty what she did. She shouldn't have to, but she's selling this image. I mean, the thing you brought, it's interesting that you brought the thing with Sierra. You know, we're some fickle people, man. I mean, Sierra, what she did was came out with a song saying she only the man, but then and everything, and then women was on. But yeah, but everybody was online saying, "Girl, shut that up. You shouldn't have said that," and they blasted her. You know what I'm saying? Now, Keke Palmer did this just now. A lot of them are bigging her up, and I've heard people say things like, "Well, they're not married, and you know, he want to have husband privileges, then he should have put a ring on her." Well, number one, we don't know the dynamics of somebody's relationship and how they think and what their feelings are about marriage. A lot of people don't believe in that. They just say they can stay together. You know, that could be them. I don't know. Secondly, I always thought that having a baby also was a thing of being married too, but no one has spoken on that. They just said about he should have put a ring on it.
I think that's the only thing they could come back with. Well, he should have put a ring on it. Well, he. I mean, first you got to show him that you're worthy to get a ring. You know what I'm saying?
Then they say, yeah, but she also, but he also had a baby by her too. So I mean,
yeah.
I mean, it goes down to the way we do things, man. I don't know. We don't know if they even date each other really, and maybe it's the criteria in which we talk to how we get to know each other now is what's changing. Is people now are looking at men are looking at how a woman looks, and if she has money and stuff like that. They don't get to know who the person is. Women are looking at men like, what resources does he have, instead of checking out his character first. We're not doing it. I'm telling you, it's this fast dating, swipe to the left, swipe to the right, dating app type stuff, and it's killing everybody. These people.
I agree with you 100%. 100%.
So I don't know, man. It's weird. I think that people think that she's gonna be okay. Eventually she will be. And she will be okay eventually. Soon the war is undefeated.
How old is Keke?
The war is undefeated.
How old is Keke?
It will stop.
She can't be having midlife crisis this early.
No, she's just. You ever met someone who's a little overzealous to show that they know something? Now she has because she never really had a body like that or nothing like that. She wasn't known for that, and I still don't think she really do. But she feel like she got some this new body on her, and she wants everybody to see it. The thing is that the boundaries has not been set in her relationship, probably. It probably hasn't been set.
I guess with her and women like her, and see, when a woman make money, make a lot of money, they feel like they don't have to, abide. It's not no rule. It's like unwritten rules that there aren't no rules that you write down and say, okay, you can't do this. You expect a woman to have some kind of self-awareness, you know what I'm saying, of herself in the situation that she's in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it goes both ways, men too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It goes both ways. You have to have you in a relationship. I got self-awareness of who I am, and I have to respect this person who I'm with. Yeah. Now, obviously, they must have talked about this before she left their house for him to get on social media and say what he said. No, he didn't. Because I feel like I think he's saying like, okay, you want to do this in the public? You want to show it off in the public? I'm gonna let the express people. I'm gonna let the fellas know this. I ain't with this, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody gonna say you let your old lady go out like. You know how they did Russell Wilson. Russell let her go out like that. The men immediately think that he's okay with that, but he had to let people know that I'm not okay with this. She's just doing this on her own.
I think he decided. I wouldn't have done it that way. I would have talked to her one-on-one, because I don't like people. I wouldn't want people in my business, in my relationship at all, because people tend to say things that they don't know and speculate and don't understand certain things. Right? She did do what she did in public. Her gluteus maximus, butt cheek, whatever you want to call it, was out in public. Everybody see it, and that's what she did in public. But I really believe that in fact, I know I would have just done something completely different. First of all, my lady probably wouldn't have done that. So wouldn't have been out like that. You see, people assess sexiness with the least amount of clothes that you have on. And that doesn't necessarily mean sexy. There's a thin line. Right. You understand what I'm saying? There's a thin line there. Yeah, that can look, people are confusing sexy with sexual. And that was a sexual look, not a sexy look. Right. That dress could have been completely covered in the back, and it would have been just as nice.
Yeah. I guess
when you see the butt cheeks and everything, the first thing coming to them dudes' mind is what? It ain't, oh my God, that dress really fits so well. It ain't that.
Yeah, it immediately goes to her, and they're not thinking as her as an intelligent woman. They're thinking about like a sexual act, something like that. Like she
feeling herself.
They're looking at her like meat, like Sierra. Got to respect her for that,
because that's what sells. That's because
like I said, we like to look at it, but we don't want our girl doing that.
No, we don't do that.
You know what I'm saying?
No real men. Real men don't want that.
But we want our women looking sexy now. But there's a lot of things you can look real fine and sexy in without showing meat, without showing actual flesh. You know what I'm saying?
Not like that.
Not like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You can show a little thigh, all that stuff don't matter to me. But when you start showing your entire ass out, and then you wind up on some dude that give girls herpes, what does that say about you, man?
And it just
people forgot about that too. Was he giving females herpes or something?
And then dude hit. Hey, look, but check this out. Yeah.
Yeah, but he got money, so they give him a pass.
Then all his homeboy said, "Man, look how he let Keke out, man." then he like, I ain't do that. She doing this on her own. She want to be Miss Independent. I got my own money. I don't need no nigga. Until I want to have a baby.
Yeah, that's that's all cap. When women say they don't need a man, that's all cap. Those are all red flags to me anyway. So I don't know. I mean, shit. I could say a man technically needs a woman too, and we want them, we need them because we have things that we want. But as far as a woman needs a man too. I
got a few viewers. I know some of y'all got something to say there. Let me hear it, y'all. What's up, Jenny? What you got to say about this?
I'm just processing what y'all are saying.
You got your pad of Jenny. You got your pad of pad like that.
Well, Jenny better not have those.
No, never in life.
Please don't do that.
Like that on ever.
But I'll look at it if you did.
Oh, right. Y'all did or something else. I'm sure y'all are something else. But anyway, I'm trying to process what y'all are saying and remembering how that went. I haven't really followed her to know like how she was before, prior to all of this. I just did, understand she had a baby.
Let me say that Akila and the B.
Okay. So
that's the mindset everybody had of Keke Palmer.
Yeah. So I've never followed her to kind of get an idea of what type of person that she is, but it sounds like she's coming from out of a place that is kind of surprising to people in a negative way.
I get what you're saying.
And it's not about it's Keke is just she's just the focus right now. But this is about women, period. This is about women, especially women who make good money.
It's an agenda. I think personally it's an agenda that's kind of put out right now for this idea for women to have this empowerment to be their own person and not need a man for, I guess, for everything, maybe just for certain things. But it's like, I got it. If you with me, cool. If you're not, I got it. I mean, it sounds like it's an agenda. I mean, you have to think back to some of the other artists that are out, like some of these rap artists, like some of these ladies, they say a lot of things like that in their songs. And I mean, it's coming out. It's women that are singers, they're singers, are like artists, they're singing those type songs, and it's coming across in a way that's just not what we grew up on. I don't remember that. I don't remember women talking like that.
Women?
Not in their music, no.
Okay. Now come down like Billy Jackson.
Well, there's always exceptions, right?
But that was like they call it grown folk music. You know what I'm saying? But Mama didn't put that out in the crate with the rest of the record.
Well, and like I said, there's always exceptions. But I mean, we live in a culture now where everything is just to the left with how we present ourselves. It's always seemingly about yourself. So it never involves, the wholeness of a relationship. It's about, what I got, what I can do. If you ain't this, to the left, I can get somebody else. Everything is just all about yourself. It's like a selfish vibe out, and it comes across in songs. I mean, to me, it's like an agenda of selfishness that's being presented. That's just what I think.
Yeah, but you're right. You're 100% correct on that. But some of that has to be also, even though they putting it out there, we know all this stuff, but we still writing those lyrics, and we're performing those lyrics. I mean, look at what Cardi B said. What that song? That old nasty song. That WAP, whatever it's called. Come on, wow. She don't cook, she don't clean, but she bet she got that ring. And then what's her name put on to camera, cooking and cleaning. The thing is that they sell that image, right? And then people believe it.
Yeah.
And then mostly a lot of women believe this stuff, and then they tend to think that that's the way to go.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's like in the 90s, 90s, late 80s, 90s, the old heads back then, to me, the old heads back then, they be like, the problem with you youngsters, y'all really believe these rappers be shooting grenade launchers at each other. So y'all think y'all can go out there and do the same thing and everything. And, in New York and everything. So they have to know the difference between what's reality and what's entertainment.
Yeah.
The thing is that we allowed entertainment to infect it. YouTube, TikTok, and all this other stuff gets into our heads, and we tend to believe what we see online. And it's just a lot. I've seen a lot of things online that just was not true, and people believed it.
But why are women out here trying to impress other women? Should they be trying to impress the men?
Because we have a whole because they want to be able to, a lot of women want to be able to have their own. Some reason, somehow, some way. I find it hilarious that a 20-something-year-old woman is saying some of these things, right? And like they've been through something, like they've been with Mr. You understand what I'm saying? And then I mean, it bugs me out. I'm like, yo, man, you act like you was born in 1940 something, and you just now got the right to vote.
And you know what you're saying makes sense, because I was thinking while you were talking, and let me know if I'm kind of in the same page with you. So I think a woman who gets to a point where she's like, oh, I don't need a man, I got this. Usually it's a woman who's been through a lot.
Yeah.
And she's probably been in relationships that brought her down, where she may have dealt with infidelity. She may have dealt with even financial issues where the man might have just put her in a bad place. Not so much like he didn't make enough money, but like, there's been situations where women have had their husbands to, mess with their money and, just all kind of stuff, and just kind of put them in a low place. And that's kind of born out of, well, I want my own. I've been through so much. I could do bad by myself. It's kind of that syndrome, but that again is based on a woman who's been through a lot. The agenda to me that's out through the entertainment, the music, is infiltrating these young girls' minds, like you said, in their 20s. And they're thinking like this, and they ain't even barely been on Earth long enough to have been through anything.
I understand that one, but hey.
Katina said, could it be some women feel like they have always had to provide for themselves and their family without support from others? I mean, to me, what that got to do with it? What that got to do with it? Okay, so now you don't have to provide for. Now you got some help. Now what's your excuse? I get what you're saying, but once you get the help, what's your excuse now? What's your excuse now? You got help, so now you still locked in that same place. So that means you're never going to be in a place where you can have a healthy relationship, because you're going to always feel like, you know what I'm saying, you in that. That's what the whole post said. That's what I said. You know what I'm saying? Keke is just an example of women having issues, giving up their misindependent state of mind. It's that misindependent state of mind that women stay in. Like you can't control me. It's not about he trying to control you. It's just he wants you. When you leave the house, when you're in a relationship and you leave the house, he leave the house. He's a representative. Y'all kind of like representative of each other in a way. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because what she did, it reflects him. People are looking at him like, dog, come on, dog, you letting this go down? People looking at him. When Ciara went to that thing with her butt out, people dog Russell Wilson out. He ain't had nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So she was a reflection of him. People think he's okay with that because she did it. And the vice versa, if he go out and do some stuff, get caught with two, three women, they're gonna think, no, she acting like she had a man, but she ain't had nothing to do with it.
We have a double standard. I'm telling you, man. First of all, the first problem is that I don't think today's age. I don't think women understand men. I don't think so. I don't think they understand it, or they don't want to understand us, or they don't want to understand us, where we can fix these problems. But they all could be easily fixed, But I don't think people want to be able to accept certain hard truths. And but think of it. I mean, look at what they did to that Chicago rapper. I mean, what's his name? Chance the Rapper. He was dancing with one of those entertainer chicks. He got blasted for that. Blasted. He was dancing with some chick. I mean, he was married, I guess. I don't know. I mean, the act is the act. Whether you're married or not, your character is still who you are.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It's still who you are. And there's plenty of signs. People also think that Keke Palmer was running around here not exposing herself before. And she has done it. I've seen quite a few pictures of Keke Palmer with a pop online or some paparazzi. She wore some red booty shorts one time. It was have her, but a little bitty booty look like 2 elbows. You understand what I'm saying? It looked kind of weird. You know what I mean?
Miss Brenda Thompson said, respect for each other and family is gone. Everyone seems like they have to prove something.
Yeah.
So many follow with no great leaders. It's really sad what's happening to the world today. Brenda Thompson, that's Selena Johnson's mom. Beautiful mom.
I agree with that.
How you doing, Miss Brenda?
I mean, I agree with that. I mean, a lot of respect comes from, it starts with you. You have to have self-respect. And if you have self-respect, you will like show that in your relationships. And it just kind of spreads out, when people see a lot of different things. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, everybody.
Good. I think it's just about what we present. And when you have someone who's in the public eye and they have the power to present a certain, I guess, demeanor or a persona that, could be influential to a lot of people, you have to be careful. And a lot of younger people, like in their early 20s, late teens and stuff, they're still trying to figure out how to be. And we always look up to people that, we can see publicly. We have a tendency to, want to follow the trends and things that they're doing. And it's not, not about the clothes so much anymore or the look of a lot of these entertainers. A lot of times now it's just the attitude, because, back in the day, like people like Janet Jackson, a lot of these entertainers, we wanted to just look like them. We wanted to dress like them, but it's an attitude that's being put out. And the attitude is, is lacking respect in relationships, which relationships could be not just about husband and wife, but friendships, just how you carry yourself, respecting other people's relationships. It varies, but respect is respect. And a lot of it is just unfortunately not being presented. And when you have a lot of younger people being influenced by a lot of the public figures, it's just I don't know, it just becomes it becomes again our culture. It becomes a vibe that we experience, that we see, and it's difficult to fix it when it's just so widespread now.
But shouldn't are we kind of at fault too for kind of like passing it off on them, like saying, "Oh, they promoting this"? But when you know what I'm saying, we are the first influencers of our kids.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And I get what you're saying. I'm not saying you totally wrong. I'm just saying we are the ultimate influencer of our kids.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, that I agree with you 100%, because when you are a parent and you birth children, you are, no matter what's happening in the world, you are to raise them up a certain way so that they have a sense of what is good and what's not good, what's right and proper and decent and in order. You do have that responsibility. Unfortunately, we're living in a society where people in their 40s and 50s are acting like they're in their 20s. And so they're not trying to teach their children anything. I don't know, like it's somewhere a generation gap has been created where the people that should be teaching their children the right way or should have, they just dropped the ball. And it's just it's gotten out of hand, really. I mean, you have people that are young that, you know, there are exceptions that are raising their children right. I see this where I work, but at the end of the day, you still have a broad range of folks that's just not, they're not trying to do that. They're trying to be friends with their kids, or they're just as much enjoying the songs like the younger people. I mean, we're not trying to say, you know, sweetie, you know, don't dress like that, or, you know, look a certain way. You'd be amazed at how impressionable these kids are. I mean, I can share this story. I went to the grocery store one time and I had on a skirt and it was very long to my ankles, but it was kind of high-waisted. And I went in the store and this little girl, she was like, she had to be maybe 10 or 11. And she came up to me and she said, "Your outfit is so pretty." That let me know they watch, they see, and whether they come up to you and say something or not, you know, we have to show them what's pretty. We have to show them what is acceptable and not where we're just disrespecting ourselves. And again, nothing wrong with looking sexy, but what I'm saying is they're impressionable. So whether you wear something that's a little short, but you can do it decent, you know, it doesn't have to be where you're just showing everything. Because I wear, you know, skirts and dresses that aren't all to my ankles, but I did that day. And I'm just saying, it wasn't a grown person that came up to me and said your outfit is pretty. It was like a little girl that said it. So they were always watching, always watching.
The team, what's up? What's your thoughts on this? Y'all, I know you want an independent woman too, aren't you?
Yeah, she got a lot of poems about this.
It's all right. It's all right. I love y'all. I know y'all miss me because y'all talking smack. So my take on the whole Keke and Darius situation is,
oh, that's his name.
There's a time and a place for everything.
Yes.
But I also believe that since they were living together, I'm sure he's seen that outfit before she left the house. My only issue, no, I have two issues. Keke is well respected. She's a well respected young lady in our community, and she represents the younger culture, the younger generation. However, she may have been having a moment of, I want to feel sexy, but it's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
Okay. The issue I have with her man is the fact that he could have, don't call me out in public. Talk to me in private. If you see me walk out the house in this outfit, then I shouldn't have left the house in this outfit.
But what if he didn't?
Because that was our agreement. So, but you already publicly displayed my body on public platforms. On public platforms, you displayed me being in a sexy outfit on a public platform, but then you call me out on public platforms. Who are you doing it for? Are you doing it because you want to say that you don't want your woman to dress that way, or are you just doing it for clout? See, it's a difference. So you have to have some form of communication. I don't want you to call me out and we in public. Pull me to the side. Let's go have a conversation, or talk to me in the car on the way home, or talk to me when I get home. You know, you shouldn't have worn that outfit. It wasn't appropriate. If he didn't see her before she left, but I really believe in my heart that he's seen her before she left the house.
Let me say this.
I got a couple
questions. Hold on.
Let me say this before you
go into hold on. No, let me say, no, listen. What I'm saying is, we have to do better with our communication as far as Black men and Black women when we are in our relationship with one another. Our communication, sometimes our communication don't be on the same page. With the fact that they're both people in the public platform, he felt like he had the urge to say something on a public platform when he should have been on their cell phone saying, "Hey, baby, blah, 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 blah. Can you come holler at me? Can I talk to you for a few minutes?" Okay. Even stars get starstruck from other stars. So I feel like my sister could have worn a more appropriate outfit. Because of what she represents. Now it would be different, and no, it wouldn't be different. If she was somebody that was always out provocative like that, then I guess the world would be more accepting. But she's not. From the time this young lady hit the scene, she's always been priding herself on being a good young lady. You know, she come out. You know, I've always seen her dressed appropriately. So for this was kind of one of those. Oh, okay. I haven't had a baby, so I don't know how postpartum feels. But I do have friends that have gone through it, and I know that sometimes when they're in a postpartum era, they have a need to feel sexy. It's a time and a place. It's a time and a place for everything, though. And I'm not shooting my sister down because the outfit she looked good in the outfit, but it's a time and a place.
She gave the baby the credit for that butt. She said my baby gave me this ass.
She sure did.
And she said, well, she did. She did.
I was gonna say that.
You just had to say that, didn't you? And I knew Stanford was gonna say it. He can't help himself.
But let me say this though. You
the man.
I noticed
the man.
Listen,
the man.
I noticed you kept saying he should have discussed that outfit with her. She should have had some self-awareness. She has no self.
That's true. But what is her? We don't know what her perception of her self-awareness is, Rod.
She know. Y'all know. Y'all know right from wrong.
Okay? Question. So you didn't see the other video that they was together at the house?
I saw that.
In her little outfit.
You mean
together? And it was on the platform. It was on the national platform.
You mean together at the house? And it was a cheetah suit or something. It was like a cheetah suit or something. It
didn't show.
And they were together, right? Usher wasn't there, was he?
That ain't the point.
But let me say,
the point is, Stanford know what I'm talking about. He over there pretending. He just having the flashback of the cheetah suit.
Let me give you the point. Let me tell y'all an embarrassing story. Let me tell y'all an embarrassing story. This is an embarrassing story about me. How you got no self-awareness.
Oh my God!
Y'all remember back in the days that you wear biker shorts? I put on a pair of biker shorts. I look down. I say, hell, y'all ain't
Yep.
Your package was packaging. Is that what you're saying?
But I was self-aware of it. I
Right.
I had self-awareness that these are not for me.
Yeah, listen. Let's call it what it is. Baby girl got outside. She was having a girls' night out, and she went crazy. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah, girl, we know.
And the only reason why it's being talked about is because she's on a national platform. Because somebody else, we'd have talked about it and said, "Oh, baby, why you wear that?" And then we would have went on. It wouldn't even be no more discussion about it. But as a black woman,
because her mate showed his displeasure of that.
But he should have talked to her at the house, Rob. Come on now.
But we don't know.
He did a step. That was a simp move. He gonna get on Twitter.
There was nothing he could do about that.
Black Twitter.
You're talking as if you knew he was there.
Yeah, he might not have known.
She said it publicly. She said it publicly. Y'all ain't been paying attention to all the videos. She said, if you think he didn't know what I had on before I left.
Oh, she said that.
Jermaine said you capping, man.
She said that publicly, man. He acting like
Jermaine, she high capping, man.
He acting like a crybaby and got on Twitter.
But let me tell you, I wouldn't have did that.
But wait a minute. What I'm saying is, though, as a black woman, because I've worn some things that I knew I shouldn't have been outside in, but I wore them. But but it's just like Jenny said. I used to teach kids, so when I was out in the grocery store and all of that, and I was at a public place where the kids will probably see me, I was dressed appropriately. But when I went out, I probably wasn't. I'm just gonna be just 100 honest. I probably wasn't, but I wasn't out here. But it's some outfits I put on that was questionable, you know. But if I ever wear something that is inappropriate and I'm out and my man see it and he corrects me, I would hope that I either get a phone call or we talk about it at home versus him going on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and whatever else is out here, Threads. And no, I don't work for none of these companies and they're not paying me to say their names. But I would have hoped man would have just hollered at her like, hey, you know, that probably wasn't a good thing. And you know, we supposed to get flagged because of your job, you know, because you're in the limelight. So, you know, we probably supposed to get a lot of press about this.
Let me ask you something. You don't
Yes.
think that you really don't think that it would have been out even if he didn't put it out? You trying to say that nobody?
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question.
What I said was he could have talked to her at home.
No, you said that he put it on a platform for clout.
He did.
And he clout. Which is true.
Stanford, you wouldn't have put her on Twitter. You would have hollered at your woman because the kind of man that you are.
Let me get to my
Come on
point.
now.
Let me get. No, I already said I wouldn't have did that. So
you wouldn't have did that. That ain't your cup of tea.
Can I ask you something? How did he get that video?
It was already on the platform.
Ain't that something?
Yes.
And you said he put it on. You said he put it on it though, didn't you?
No, I said he put his feelings on the platform.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Okay, so it was already on there, right?
Yeah, but he still could have talked to her.
All right. That's all I wanted to know if it was already on there.
You would have reprobated your woman when she hit either you would have been on that phone before she even made it back to the hotel or wherever they was staying. You would have been on that phone.
She wouldn't
even. You know why he did that? You know why he did that?
Look, that whole concert would have been on interruption, baby.
Latina, you know why he did that? You know why he did that? Because he didn't want to be Russell Wilson. He wanted everybody to know this is not this. I didn't agree with this. I didn't agree with this.
What's wrong with Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson took the shots because his wife did. He took shots because of what she did. And this dude say, y'all ain't gonna give it to me. This is not what I wanted.
My question is though, this ain't gonna be my question is if this was if it was not a black woman and this happened in another community, do you think it'll be talked about as much because of their status?
Yeah, because look at Adam 22 and his wife, what they just did.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So
no, I'm just asking, just to make
all right.
You know, I'm talking all the T's and dotting all the I's. I'm just asking.
But to be honest with you, I really don't give a damn about the other community.
No. Hey, guess what? Ain't nobody's check stopped because Keke decided she wanted to wear that outfit, baby. She not giving me a check to talk about it, so it ain't bothering my nerves at all.
Yeah.
But like I said, for me, you know, I do think that when we are even when I do poetry, in certain aspects, I'm going to do poetry in different venues and different places, and I'm going to dress accordingly. So I think you have a responsibility. We have a responsibility because of who she is and who she represents. We have a responsibility to the younger generation that's paying attention because they watch you. My niece watches me. The kids watch you. Just like Jenny said, that baby told her skirt was cute. She was dressed cute. They watch us because they want to see representation of them because there's not a lot of representation of us, which is why books are so important, which is why we have the Her Love books. We have all these different things and Grace's Corner that's coming out. All these things that are out now that gives us some kind of positive representation because everything else that we see is negative. And I don't want these young ladies to grow up that way. And then the unfortunate side of it all is because of social media, because of the internet, they're more exposed to more stuff than we ever have been.
You're 100% correct. And that's why Keke Palmer shouldn't have wore that dress like that.
And she's on
social media and everything. And you don't want the girls to see that. I'm going to tell you right now. If I could be 100 years old, and if my daughter was on stage like that, I'm sorry, Usher, I'm about to knock your ass out, and I'm snatching my daughter off that damn stage. Simple as that.
But question, what else did he do wrong other than being an entertainer? What did he do wrong?
She want to get rid of that.
No. I don't. I should have been going
Stafford, what Usher do wrong? Because he had a concert.
I don't want him to say nothing to my mess his show up, so I'm gonna knock his ass out right away. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and snatch. I'm gonna knock his ass out, get it out the way, and then I'm gonna go ahead and snatch my daughter up. That's
Stafford said he gonna set it off and get his baby out of there. This is what it is. No, but seriously though, we do have a responsibility. We represent us. We have a responsibility, and I don't have children on my own, but I've mothered many. I have bonus kids that I love like mine, and I don't want to be out here doing anything inappropriate that they may see. And anybody gonna catch you anywhere because everybody got a cell phone.
Yeah,
and that's just what it is.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
And then whoever leaked, whoever sent it, because whoever decided to take that picture or that video or whatever they did, which I'm sure it was probably one of the photographers for the concert, probably one of his people put it out. But
I mean, it's the. I mean,
do y'all think? Do you think?
No video is being taken. Come on,
wait, I gotta get my point out. Do you think that Darius did that because he was really disgusted, or he just did it because it was social media and he felt like he had to speak up?
He was disgusted. He was disgusted, and he didn't want people to think that he was okay with this.
You know, but he was okay with it. That's why the other video came out.
Tell me, how do you know he was okay?
Can I ask y'all?
Let's talk about the leopard again.
Can I ask you guys something? Do you think he felt embarrassed?
Of course he was.
And that's why he said something.
Russell Wilson was embarrassed, but he's
you don't like Russell Wilson, do you? Because you keep.
I love Russell Wilson, the football player. I think he's a hell of a guy, and I think he's a good father to her.
I love y'all.
And there was no reason she should went out there and embarrass that man like that.
But the thing is, her friends should have told her, "Don't wear that." Why your friends?
You know what?
My friends would have said, "Nah, baby, I don't think you want to wear that outside."
Latina, you just gave her an out with that. Why are her friends gonna tell her?
They should have said something.
What? Let me ask you something. When is she gonna say? When is okay for us to say she should have not known not to wear that?
I said that in the beginning of my conversation.
Oh, okay,
I said that.
Okay, I take it back.
Yes. I said that she should have been aware of what she was wearing.
Okay.
I said that.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
We went to this.
Absolutely. Accountability is everything. You still have to be accountable for your own actions, and I agree with her.
I just don't.
That baby girl was cute in her outfit. I ain't gonna take that away from her, but I agree. You know, accountability is everything. Who said it's a scandal?
No, he said Russell Wilson was a sucker.
Accountability is everything, and she's gonna have to be accountable for her actions. But apparently, it's not bothering her enough, baby. She moving on and keep on pushing.
It's going too soon. It's going.
Yes. This ain't just about Keke. This is about women. Period. Like it's about a lot of.
That's what you're not gonna do tonight.
What they call it when a woman? What they call it? Black women got a problem with What they call it? Black women got a problem with giving it.
What?
What they call it?
What?
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Say it right.
There you go. Not tonight, Rob. I'm on the panel tonight. What you say?
Not committing, but what you call it? Not committing.
Submissiveness.
Submissing.
But what's your definition of submissiveness? Submissiveness is not slavery.
This is a good example of women not choosing to be submissive.
Do you think that a lot of women are like that?
I think a lot of women are like that. A lot of women and men are just either if you love her, you're just gonna deal with it and try to move past it and try to ignore that shit like Russell Wilson. You know what I'm saying? He loves her so much that I guess he gonna have to take the L. Russell Wilson, I gotta take the L for my wife. You know what I'm saying?
But she's submissive to her husband if you pay attention.
No,
See, I'm submissive to Russell.
If she was submissive, she would have knew what she was doing ain't the right thing. Even if you say, "Babe, I'm okay with it," she got to read 3 lines.
I said Sierra and Russell Wilson. She's submissive. Well, the thing is, okay. So I have an issue with submissiveness, and the reason why I say that is,
I know.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
I can see how you talk over. I can see how you talk over me on that platform that you.
No, because you don't ever want to listen to us. You talk over us all the time.
Hey, Sarah, she tell me to shut up, let me finish.
I did you say that.
No,
I did.
go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Oh, now you trying to act like you submissive. Look at you. It's killing you, ain't you?
What I was saying is that what is your definition of submissiveness? See, some men and some women get that incorrect. It is not about I'm a slave to your desires and your needs. It is about I am allowing you to lead us in the correct. I am following you because you're leading me in the right direction.
Exactly.
So a lot of people get that wrong, and they use that term so loosely and so wrong to the point where people don't really know what submission is. They don't know, and so they don't use it correctly. So then you get yourself into a position where the man thinks he is ruling over a woman. No, it's not about you ruling over me. It's about you leading me, and it's about you guiding us in our relationship to be where we need to be. And I wouldn't have a problem with following you because you're presenting the tools for us to have a quality relationship and to move in a good direction. So when you put yourself in a position where I'm the man and you have to do what I say, then that creates a whole nother firestorm. And then you make it seem like I have my submission is slavery. I don't want to be a slave to you. I will follow you because you're leading me in the right direction. And when you are making great decisions and making great strides for me and us and our family and our relationship. So that's why I said, what does submission mean to you? Everybody has their different definition and how they want submission to look. So what does that mean?
You want to take this Steph?
She answered her own question.
The
thing is, man. Let me tell you this real quick. You're absolutely right. Submissiveness does not mean you do everything that I say.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that. It does mean leadership, right? That's not the issue. We're just saying that a lot of women don't like to be submissive, right? And they don't. I won't say that.
I don't mind being submissive. And I'm an independent woman too, but I don't mind being submissive because I got somebody to lead me in a great direction. But a lot of times,
I tell a woman to just everything that I want her to have her own mind. I mean,
well, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But there is a hierarchy in the household, in the Henson household.
That's true, and I agree with that.
So with that being said, I mean, what it is, the problem is a little bit of the problem. A little bit is our fault, I think, Stab. A little bit of it is our fault. Is that we don't tell these women the truth, man. A lot of us don't tell them the truth on certain things.
Right.
If we set the boundaries that we like and don't, what we like and don't like. If you are doing the things that you're supposed to do, guess what? They will fall. They will fall in line. The
Absolutely.
problem is that a lot of these women.
I'm looking at a lot of comments.
On the same. Let me finish. On the same token, a lot of these women don't know what a man is. They really don't know.
And I can see through.
They're trying. I can see through it too. They try to live their life like the man that they're trying to get, and it's weird. So
it is weird. I agree. I agree with that.
So when they get around one that's like that, it comes combative.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? They don't know the difference. They don't know the difference. They don't understand that men, our nature. We understand their nature. They don't understand our nature.
Yes.
They just don't understand it. And in order for that to change, we have to tell them the truth. Listen,
yes.
I don't like this. I don't like that. This is how this is, and that's it. You understand what I'm saying? We do those things. Then you make the decision on if you want to still be with me, knowing this is how my boundaries are. Because guess what?
Absolutely. It's concrete and clear.
I'm gonna judge you the same way. If I don't like something you like, if you insist on doing it, kick rocks. Simple as that. Because I don't want to play those games. I'm not going to be up there talking about, well, maybe it'll work. Then you'll have a Keke Palmer situation.
I seen something, or someone said they disagree.
That's fine. We all have opinions. That's fine.
Okay, whoever, I can't see the name.
I see some
you disagree. Why did you disagree? What was their name, Rob? I couldn't see it.
Kendra Jones.
Kendria, can you give us why you disagree? We want to hear you.
Yeah, she got to type it in.
She also said yes, no problem if a man makes.
She also put that after.
Oh, okay.
But
then I understand.
This was before. This was before she said she was.
Oh, okay.
But my point is, men aren't always going to make good decisions.
No.
They're not going to always make the best decisions.
Men don't never make the best decisions, Rob.
And that's where y'all come in. and that's where y'all come in. Y'all got to, because the man got to listen to y'all too.
So let me ask you something. Let me ask you this: did Keke Palmer make the best decision wearing that dress?
No, it was not a great decision.
Okay, so men and women don't make the best decisions, do they?
That's true, and it's all based on communication. So what Stanford said is that men have to be honest, but women do too. And I seen something. Somebody posted something that said, "What you tolerate in dating, you're tolerating your marriage." So if it's not, if what your needs and want are not expressed correctly in the beginning, in the dating stages, if you're not clear and concrete about what you like and what you don't like and what you want and what you don't want in your relationship to be able to move forward with that person, then that's where a lot of issues come in. It can't be no surprise. Oh, I don't like you wearing provocative clothing outside.
That's right.
But gee, when we was dating, I wore all of that and you didn't say nothing. It has to be clear, concrete. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. But then that means that we have to get back to communication. Right. We have to have great communication. We have to have great feedback with one another, and we have to listen to one another. We have to actually hear. Don't hear what you want to hear. Don't overlook the bad things that you've seen in the beginning. And then when y'all get to a situation, the person say, "Well, I did this before," or "I did that before," and you didn't say nothing.
Or you surprised by it and stuff.
Yeah. Or now you surprised, but you already seen this happen in the beginning.
Yeah, but you know what though, too? On that same token, you're 100% correct. I believe you gotta take a couple licks with that one.
Absolutely.
But the thing is too is that once you do talk about it, and this is what I think staff, including myself and a lot of men are talking about, is that after we do say that, even though we're wrong, right? I mean, not wrong, even though we might have not said it before and everything else like that, but once we say it, a lot of the women will be like, well, hell, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this. You ain't gonna change me. That happens a lot.
Right.
A lot of dudes I know tell me this stuff. I be like, yo, hey, the only thing I can say to him is you should have told him. I don't know. But it's the submissiveness part. Still, that right there, if she can say something like and stay in, I've always said this: a woman's true power is in her femininity, right? That's power to me. And if a woman can say something besides, well, hell, this is how I've been dressed like this and getting all out of pocket because he said that, or loud and boisterous. Only thing I do is say, you know something, babe, I didn't know it bothered you that much and everything. So maybe there's something that I can look into. And in fact, Mom, me and you go shopping together, and you can help me with some stuff. Do these type of
absolutely.
A lot of women don't do that. This is what they do. Hell, you knew what I was like before you married me. That's what they say. That's not
men do too, though. Men do too, though, and that goes back to accepting those red flags that you should have said something in the beginning.
See, Latina is a whataboutism woman. You know what I'm saying? But you, every time the man says something, she gonna come back with, "What about you?" You know what I'm saying?
No, we had a dialogue. We were communicating.
She was saying we
were communicating, and I was agreeing with what he said. We were communicating.
Like a lot of women say,
this y'all dialogue, Rob.
When he makes y'all just gonna come out. Ain't no woman said, we need to start submitting. We need to start submitting to these men. if we want to be in a healthy relationship. Y'all haven't said that yet because y'all don't believe in that.
What? No, that's not true.
Rob, you still didn't explain what submissiveness is to you. I was waiting on your definition.
What Jermaine said.
Don't try to throw Jermaine in her. He wasn't even on there. He didn't even make a statement yet when I asked you that question. Hey, Jermaine.
She said Robert doesn't listen. Okay.
Robert never listens. He never does.
I was gonna say, I don't know if
I'm sorry, Jimmy.
I don't know if it was Katina or somebody else that typed in that women will be submissive and can be if a man is a good leader or something.
She had a caveat.
And that's what I said earlier.
She couldn't just say women need to be submissive. She had a caveat. But she put that on the end of it.
Rob, you need to get you a woman.
Why did she say that on the end of what she said? just say women can be submissive.
Rob.
If men don't make bad decisions.
Rob.
I'm gonna tell you why.
It's always a whataboutism. You know
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, Robert.
But I said what I said earlier.
What men and women are different, man. That's what me and you would have did. I would have did that. Men and women are different. There's always gonna be something there, and a lot of it is just to mess with you. It's to make them feel good, man. It's to make them feel good like they did something. You know, let them feel good, man. Whatever.
Rob always try to make somebody. Rob, I'm convinced that you want one of them women that just shut up and don't say nothing and go sit in the corner and you call them when you ready. Is that what you want, Rob?
No, that ain't what I want. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just messing with you. I ain't seen you in a long time, so I got to give you drama.
Accept who you are, what your role is, and move in it. And the man supposed to accept who he is, and who is a woman, and move in it. Ain't no what about this. Ain't no what are you? She that's how y'all acting on him. Well, I'll submit if he make good decisions. The good decisions supposed to be made. You supposed to get a man who make good decisions. You know what I'm saying? That's your fault. That's your fault if your man don't make good decisions.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a ball right there.
You gotta make a decision while you in it anyway.
I got a question. Excuse me. Do you think that when men and women meet each other, are they just giving their representative, or are they really giving them? Because that's what the problem stems from. They giving a representative. Their representative is, I'm putting my best meat forward, but I'm gonna sweep all the other stuff. I ain't gonna tell you all about this. I ain't gonna tell you this problem over here that I got. I ain't gonna tell you. So then it all starts unfolding in the middle of the relationship. And like me and Stanford both said, it goes back to communication and what it is that you stand for, what you like, what you don't like. But until we start having those honest conversations, it's not going to be. And then some women just don't want you to tell them about themselves. They don't know how to accept that honest, open dialogue from their man because they get defensive.
When you first meet somebody, you're going out. It's like buying a car. Once you drive it off the lot, it starts depreciating. You know what I'm saying?
Get on my nerves.
But here's the thing: you can but you still got to take this car to the car. But you got to take a
good analogy.
I'm not finished with it.
Get on my nerves.
I'm not finished with it. But if you love that car, you're gonna continue to take that car to the car wash. You're gonna wash it sometime. You know what I'm saying?
So you accepting all the dents and
You're gonna get it detailed. But some people, they once they buy their car, they don't wash it. They sit it up on the tree, and it just get all messed up.
So you polish it.
Yeah, you polish that car now, but once you leave the lot, it's gonna depreciate, though.
I don't want nobody I got to clean up.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think that like I said, you gotta be honest. You gotta be honest with each other. You gotta tell them
that hardcore honesty.
Women, you have to.
What you say?
Women, you have to be able to
Robert, stop.
certain truths.
Kendria said, Robert, stop.
You have to.
Well, when you first meet somebody, you should be your full, real self. Of course, everything about you is not going to be right up front. You know, we all have different sides to us. Whether we're more playful, we may be. It should be things that is not something that will hurt you. You know, so that just takes time. I think in the beginning, everybody does put their best foot forward, but I think, you know, there are exceptions where people do come in and they are who they are from the jump. You discover things, of course, along the way. That's always going to come with time, but it shouldn't be something that is like 100% like so surprising that you couldn't see it at all. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it should not be blindsided.
Right. And so the joy of getting to know somebody is layers. You know, you see little things, you're like, oh, okay, I didn't know, that, you could be like that, but it's not in a bad way. And again, the stuff that blindsides you is where sometimes you're already emotionally invested, and then you're like, wait, where did it come from? You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like a different thing. And I just think, in communication, you can talk to people up front and say, I don't like certain things. I remember talking to this guy one time, and he was like, he had been married twice, and he said that he didn't want anybody that he was married to say things a certain way, and he said he had conversations with with who he was with the second time around up front, and he said it made a difference. So the conversation sometimes need to be had because nobody's perfect. Everybody has like a past where they still may be dealing with it, and you just happen to meet them where they are at that time. But
Right.
if you're really interested in them, you'll get to know them. You'll go through and you'll see, hey, okay, maybe I can help you with this. Some people have deal breakers, but a lot of times it's just like Latina was saying, communication. You got to talk. And instead of hiding things, especially something that's going to not like blindside somebody to the point where it's like, like you almost feel like you're sleeping with the enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm telling you, what you don't want to do is find out somebody you've been with or been married to has a drug addiction, but you never seen it because they never done it around you.
Yeah. Yeah, some things
that's being blindsided by red flags that you probably could have seen in the beginning, but we be so geeked up that this person want us that sometimes we allow ourselves to ignore stuff.
Yeah.
And instead of actually seeing them for what they are presenting. And then I also seen something else where it was a panel, and the guy said, I told a woman up front that I didn't want to be in a relationship. I just wanted to have sex, is what he said. And then the panel, it was somebody on the panel. Well, man, you was over there. I told her not to catch feelings. But see, the thing is, women are emotional, so our feelings are always on our sleeve. Men are more logical, so they think. So sometimes we go in it with blinders on. Oh, I want to see the best in you. You came to me, you was dressed up, you was dressed nice, you had your own home, you had a nice car, but you still, or you got a drug addiction that I didn't know about. But you came to me in this pretty package, and you handsome, you intelligent, you got a nice job, you got your own home, you got good relationship with your kid's mother, all kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, stuff come up missing.
Something come up missing.
Stuff come up missing in your house and stuff. No, I know somebody that experienced that, so that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Stuff come up missing in your house. All of a sudden, money starts disappearing out the break account, and nobody can't give you no explanation of where the money's going. Just different stuff. Toya say it's hard to communicate with a. No, who is that? I can't see the name.
Taylor
May says it's hard.
Taylor May, okay.
Nowadays, they're always defensive.
Sorry about that, Taylor May.
They always like this. Nuck if you buck, boy. Nuck if you buck, boy. Nuck if you buck, boy. Don't wear
That's why it's so important for us to get
Oh, boy, said don't wear the outfit. She started swinging.
That's why it's important for us to get back to having good relationships and good communication with one another. That you don't have to second guess, you don't have to guess, you don't have to be blindsided, you don't have to get somewhere and be on Black Twitter and fuss and complain about stuff that you don't like in your relationship with your woman or your man.
See, Katina did it again. She said, Jermaine, I can respect your comment. She should have put a period right there. But she had to go on and say, but she went on and said because
Listen, you're not gonna come for her tonight, Rob. That's what you're not gonna do, Rob.
Well, maybe you're interpreting it wrong. She's saying because at some point you have to start looking at yourself.
I believe it.
Rob already looking at it in blind.
Listen.
I'm sorry, Katina. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gotta, maybe y'all are reading it wrong. Maybe you're reading it wrong. Because she said because at some point you have to start looking at yourself. If he said, listen for a second.
Listen, I'm gonna be a man. I apologize, Katina. I read that wrong.
Listen.
That's how we do stuff.
You're right. Jermaine said at some point you got to start looking at yourself.
See, and now that's over. That conversation over because I apologize and I admit my wrong.
Katina, don't worry. We got it. We're going to hold it down.
She's still talking about it. I already told her I'm sorry.
No, it's not about apologizing. I think maybe you might have
apologize. I was wrong. I said I was wrong.
No, maybe you...
But see, you see what I'm saying? We still on that point, and that's how women are. They'll stay on. You can apologize to them. You can say you're wrong. No, we got to still deal with this.
No, I was trying to understand her comment. It wasn't like how you're. I'm not coming towards you like you're thinking.
I'm just messing this.
I know you are. Yes, he is. Yeah. Wow.
Let's get on to the sad part of comments. I hate leaving y'all. I miss y'all. You know what I'm saying? I miss y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I had to take us bit. Y'all see I'm in the new crib now. You know what I'm saying? I got the plushed out seats behind me. You know what I'm saying? I got the ceiling fan. I got a better backdrop and all that stuff now. You know what I'm saying?
Don't show too much. It might be up in there.
Oh, no. I ain't going to show too much.
Okay. Listen, you're gonna be having them in your inbox looking at you because you over there doing too much over there with your new backdrop.
Now I gotta talk to you now, Stanford, about what kind of arsenal I need over here.
Oh, okay.
By the arsenal, you know what I'm saying?
I'll text all that to you because I got.
Should I get some for 2 people or some for armored people? You know what I'm saying?
Just you don't need. Should
I just sting them or should I just push them way back?
Buckshot. You said pepper them up.
Jermaine's out here that bitch show. Jermaine, you
I know, Jermaine, we miss you. You gotta come on next time. We miss you.
Yeah, he should have came.
Oh, Jermaine,
you should have been on this panel tonight, Jermaine, because this is something else.
I'm gonna watch that show tomorrow. They're gonna talk about the what show Freedom.
Oh, Song of
Freedom.
Sound of Freedom. They're gonna talk about it tomorrow.
I heard that was
I tried to look at it last night, but I
what time is the show? Can you drop the link?
Jermaine, your time. It's Jermaine and Fitness show.
Oh, Jermaine said he'd still be working.
No, he's saying he's still working tonight. That's what he's saying.
Oh, okay.
I ain't know Jermaine had one.
I didn't know he had a job either. I thought he was like timing.
Listen, Jermaine, I ain't gonna let him do you like that tonight. Rob, cut it out. He always acting up.
I'll stop by there and send the link.
Rob been gone too long. He come back acting up and stuff tonight.
But anyway, y'all, let's get some of these part comments in, man. You know.
All right.
I'll go first.
Jenny gonna go first. All right, go ahead, Miss Jenny.
All right. Well, with everything that we discussed, I think that relationships it involves 2 people. It can't be one-sided. There has to be respect on both sides, from a man to a woman and from a woman to a man. And I think when we raise our children right, to give them the right stance and how they should be in their woman role, in their man role, it just creates a better just an exchange of energy between a husband and a wife, or if you're just dating. We wouldn't see some of the disrespect that we see, but we live in a culture now that's full of the self, like what I am. So we just have to check ourselves, see if we're that person, and if we're in relationships, we have to see how we are with who we're currently with. A lot of us out here are in different places, whether married, dating. Check yourself and make sure you're not that person that we're talking about. And with your mental health, whatever you've been through, whatever kind of trauma, whether it's war, whether you've been through something in your childhood, if you can get help, get it, because when you don't get help, at some point it's going to affect somebody else on this earth. So y'all have a good night, and I enjoyed it.
All right, Jenny, thank you for coming on.
It's always nice. See you later.
Yes.
Yes.
I go.
And then there were 3.
I go.
You
I
got
came in the conversation a little late, but it was still good and everything.
Yeah, man.
I only got 1 or 2 things, man. Men need to go, tell women the truth, as far as themselves and what they expect, and learn, let them know what you understand your boundaries are. And women, please, we hear you, but you got to hear us too. Not just hear us, but you have to listen to us at certain points. Well, understand where we're coming from. I got to be careful the words I choose. When I say listen, they probably somebody gonna say, "What you mean listen?" But yeah. On a real note, though, please understand what we're saying. We understand that we are men too, and you're trying to be. A lot of y'all are trying to be men and don't need to be. Your power is in your femininity. I'm telling you, you get anything from it. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, have a
Bye, Stanford. Have a good night.
Show your femininity.
Hey, Rob, it's so good to be back on tonight. I know I chimed in a little late, but I'm glad I made it. But yeah, I got a little something for you, and then I'm gonna get out the way. This is a work in progress. It's called unsubscribe. I'm unsubscribing from your drama today. Looked and saw and heard your feelings. I was able to walk away, got away scot-free. Free from the emotional baggage, the lack of accountability, the negative energy that you always bring. Good hearts and loving eyes get ran over, used up to no surprise. So from here on out, I must unsubscribe. That's all I got for you. It's more, but it's more, but I'll give you the rest. I'll give you the rest next time. Yes. So Rob, I don't have nothing planned as of right now. My friends do have a Black-owned bookstore, Bell's Books Boutique, and more in Oklahoma City. And they do have Bubbles and Books coming up on July 29th. So if you're in the Oklahoma City area, stop by. And then I don't have anything planned right now, but I am available to book. So if you need a poet, a spoken word artist for any of your needs, just contact me. You can contact Rob. He can get a hold of me. Or you can contact me. Facebook, it's Latina Life and Love Notes.
Now, they're going to have to fly you all the way here.
So,
you sit in Oklahoma City, don't you?
Yeah, I'm in Oklahoma City, but hey,
you need to move to Atlanta then.
Where the opportunities lie, I need to go. I need to move around. So
you need to do like
somebody somewhere is listening that need my services.
you need to be like the Beverly Hills Village
and just move to Atlanta.
Load up the truck and move to ATL. Strip club, swimming pool.
So I do want to wrap up. Same as Stanford. We have to be real honest about our communications. A lot of times we don't put what we want forth because we don't think that it is. So a lot of times women don't think that they're going to be heard or what their needs and wants is, and a lot of times women and men are not completely honest with one another. Sometimes we got to lay it out on the table and then let the chips fall where they may and allow that person to say, hey, this is what I choose to deal with or not. Jenny said that sometimes things only come in layers, and that's true. But also, please get your mental health in check because unresolved issues, you pack them up like trash bags and you take them from spot to spot. Erykah Badu said, bag lady, and that's so real. I don't want to be a bag lady. I want to be able to, when I come to you, I give you the best to me. And if it's little stuff that we could communicate and work on, then that's what we do. So peace. Y'all have a good night. Rob, love you.
Peace out, sister. Love you
too.
All right, y'all. Just what we got to say goodbye. Listen. I thank y'all for sticking and staying with your boy the whole show. Whoever stick and stayed, thank y'all for commenting, tuning in, sharing. Look, y'all tell somebody about the show, man. Let's get this thing cracking. Like, if y'all would like to come on to the show live and chop it up with me, you're more than welcome, because this is the people's show. This is gonna be the only show where anybody can come on and chop it up with this boy. But we're gonna do it the way we want to talk about. It's all opinions. Everything y'all hear on here is just an opinion. It's one man's and one woman's opinion. And you are welcome. Your opinion is welcome as well. That's all we're doing. We're just talking like we're talking. It's my opinion. It's your opinion. Like I say, thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next Tuesday. Your boy is back. New place, new everything. We gonna talk. We're gonna do the thing. I like to have fun, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. So tell somebody. Go on my page and screenshot it and give your boy some advertisement. You know what I'm saying? To your friend. Until next Tuesday, 7 o'clock, same black channel, same black time. Peace out, y'all. I love y'all. And guess what? You can't do nothing about it. Peace.